Hey babes in Bookland, this is Friday Reads. Let's talk about some books. The first book I'm going to tell you guys about is The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. This is a mystery ghost story that takes place in Vermont between two time periods, 1950 and 2014. In 2014, our protagonist, Fiona Sheridan, is investigating the reconstruction and reopening of a boarding school in their small town that has a bit of a sordid past. So there's been a disappearance of a girl in 1950, and then her own sister was murdered on the grounds of the school in 1970s, somewhere around there. So no spoilers, I promise. This is all stuff you find out on the inside of the flab. But this was a Book of the Month selection for the month of February. I chose it because it was a little outside of my wheelhouse. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but so far I'm enjoying it. I started it yesterday. I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and I'll tell you guys more about it in my February wrap-up. The next book I have, you probably heard me mention in the Bukowski bingo video, but this is Chigoe Obioma's The Fisherman. This takes place in Nigeria in the 1990s and centers around a family, mostly of boys. So it's told from the perspective of the youngest son, the point of view of the youngest son, Benjamin. And it's sort of a Cain and Abel story, where the boys, when they're fishing at a forbidden river in their hometown, confront a madman who tells the eldest son that one of his brothers is going to kill him. And that's the point where I am in the story right now, is where the dynamics between the family are starting to change. You're starting to see some behavioral changes with the older boy. And again, I won't tell you too much about it right now. I will finish it and tell you all about it in the wrap-up. The third book I'm going to be starting this weekend is Hollywood by Charles Bukowski. Now, I have this tradition with Bukowski books that I don't know anything about them when I go into it. So I haven't looked up a summary or a plot or anything of this book, because I always like to go into it knowing nothing and just allow myself to be shocked and surprised and whatever else comes with these books. So this is the last thing that I have to read for my Bukowski Bingo Challenge. And again, I will let you guys know all about that, but I'm super excited. It should be a pretty quick read. It's not a very long book. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. So the fourth book I have is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. This is a book that we're reading for one of my real life book clubs. And I opted for the electronic version because the library copy was enormous and my wrist hurt just looking at it. So this was a much better version for me to have, because I wouldn't be deterred to take it with me. It's just something that could fit very easily in my bag. But I'm only about 300 pages into this right now. We're supposed to have it completely finished by March 16th. So fingers crossed I will get that completed. But again, I don't have too much to say about it right now, because even at 300 pages, we're still doing some setup. So there are characters that I'm still meeting. There are relationships that are still kind of forming between the characters. And that is so far going okay. It is a lot of setup, but I keep being reassured that it's going to pay off in the end. So I'm excited to just keep going with that and see how it turns out. So those are the books that I'm going to be starting and finishing this weekend. If you guys have read any of these, please let me know your thoughts on them. I'd love to hear them. And also, if you're going to be starting or finishing books this weekend that you're excited about, please feel free to leave me a comment. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.